Give me everything you
Alright, what's up my people? Hello, hello. We're back doing the thing. We're going to be leveling up a little bit more on our black mage here. This guy, old purple beard here. Alright, so let's see. Last stream we just picked up our level 10 quest to slay 8 of these F's. So let's get to it, I guess. It really sucks. There should be some links to the outside right there. I really need to adjust my HUD. I will probably do that outside of stream. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it here. Let's just do it here. Alright, so we'll do this. Fuck it, we'll do it live, right? Alright, let's go. Let's make a couple of macros here real quick. Let's go. Boom. We're going to call this menu. Jobs menu right there. HUD layout 3. Alright. And then we're gonna call this one HUD layout 1. Let's give it an icon here, just like that. All right, cool. All right. UI. Here's something I want, like that. Pop-up text, yeah, I want that large. Do that too. Okay, cool. Let's go hotbar settings. Trying to set this up how I've got it on my other character. Alright, so next we'll go HUD layout. Let's just go ahead and start with 3. So basically let's make everything invisible. Honestly, everything past 2, I believe, is already invisible as far as the hotbars go. Should be anyway. I think that's default. Okay, cool. So those are all invisible. Pet hotbar. There's only a couple of things that I'm going to leave visible. Okay, apparently you can't make the progress bar invisible. Damn it. I keep misclicking. I do it like every few clicks. Party list, don't need that. And don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need it. This currently on this display. Minimap. Don't need it here. Notices. Don't need them, but I guess I can't turn them off. Main menu. I'm gonna actually leave that on. Duty list. Get rid of it. Don't need it. Server info. Get rid of it. Don't need it. Guild. Get rid of it. Don't need it. Inventory grid. See ya. Limit gauge. Not on this one. Elemental gauge. We'll bring it down here. Since I can't get rid of it, we'll bring it down here. Scenario guide. It was already out of the way. Party list. Oh wait, I was up to like right here, I think. Oh no, I was further. Notices, main menu, duty list, server info, guild. Limit gauge. Was limit gauge the last one I did? No, it was this one. Okay. New game guide. Won't let me get rid of it. Okay. Cool. So now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to turn on 10. I'm going to turn it sideways. Make it 200. Save. Let's get the rest of this garbage out of my way. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Pet. Let's put 10 right here for now. Alright. 9. Turn it on. Put it 200. Rotate. Save. 9, I want right in the middle of my screen. Alright. Let's bring 10 down. There's a hair right there. Alright. And then 8, let's turn it on. Turn it. Maximize it. Save. Drop this right here. Save. Alright. System config. Is it system config? No, it's just character, I think. It's display. Turn that off. Apply. Alright. Now let's go to our macros. And we're going to take this one right here and drop it there. Alright, so that'll take us back to our default. Alright, so now this one, let's play around with this bad boy. Let's go gill bar. Let's make that tiny. And let's move it over there somewhere. I think that'll be good. Let's take this one here. And let's try it there for now. Alright, alright, let's take a look here at some other bars. So 8, 9, and 10. Let's just go ahead and minimize those on this one. And we'll put it that way. And since we're not using these ones are only for the layout 3. So 9, we'll do the same thing. We will turn it sideways, minimize it, and then we will grab it, please. Drag it down here. And 8, same thing. Minimize, sideways, save. Cool. So we got those all out of the way. Got limit gauge down a little bit. Let's move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Let's move our server info over here. Okay. Pop my mini map up to the top here. It's my duty roster. I'll throw it there, but I'm gonna make it a little smaller, I think. Yeah. Make it nice and tiny so it's not taking up too much space. Since all I really need to do is like see it and be able to click on it to bring it up on my map. Actually, let's bring these down just a hair, because I'm going to take this. Pop it up here. There. So I think that's perfect right there. Okay. And game guide. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I'll pop it right there. It's whatever. Alright, cool. Notes. And notes can just like pop in there. Alright. Let's see here. Party list. We want this. Maybe drop it down to 80. So it's not taking up the whole side of the screen. But if we need to select other players, we want to be able to see that a little bit easier. We'll put the enemy list there. Actually, yeah, put the enemy list there. That way we can target the enemies and the players a lot easier. Don't want anything else on that side. No. Alright. Oh yeah, let's put the limit gauge over here too. Put it right above the party bar. Even though I don't have access to the limit break yet, we'll go ahead and do that. Progress bar. That's my progress bar. Let's shrink that down. Put it here next to the gill. Let's bring the gill over. So let's bring gill down just a hair. There we go. And then I can bring this up right here. There we go. That's good. That's all on my screen. This, let's bring it down. Actually, I think that's good. Alright, what is this? Crossbar. Put that up there for now. Alright. Hotbar 1. 2. 3. Let's turn it on. Let's take 4. Let me try that. Maybe shrink it down a bit. Bring it to like 80. That's fairly close to where I want it. That'll be good right there. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it back down. And drop it right there in the middle. Okay. That was 4. This is 5. Let's take 5. Yeah, we'll do that, and I'm gonna shrink it down as well. And maybe I'll go 60. No. Go 80. Save. Let's bring this over right here. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it. I think I might. Yeah, let's throw this right here. Because I can use that for other stuff. And we'll take 6. This one. Right there. Oh shit. I didn't turn 5 on. Or 4. Okay. Pet hotbar. What can I do with this? Bring pet hotbar over here. Actually, I'll bring it right here. Alright, progress bar, let's... I want it where I can see it, but I don't want it, like, right in the middle of the screen. Maybe I'll just put it right here, just center it, kind of, in there. This notes bar. I don't want it blocking my duty roster thing over there. You know, I'll just put it right here. Alright. Bring this down. Let's put Alliance 1 there. Where's Alliance 2? There it is. That should be good like that. That's my buffs and debuffs. Let's go ahead and what is that? Status info other. Alright, so it's right here. I was hoping that I could make it 1 row, but I can't. Alright, that's fine. I'll pop it up here. Leave it as is. Drag this over right there. Alright. Focus target bar. Yeah, sure. Let's bring my elemental gauge down here. Actually, let's make it simple. Save. That'll make life easier. So it's not big up in the screen there. Okay, cool. Enhancements and enfeeblements. Let's just put them right here. Let's do this. Target's health. Status. HP, let's drop it down a little bit here. Progress, let's actually make that larger. Yeah, I want whatever I'm fighting's progress to be right in front of me. And actually, you know what? I'll put my progress bar right below it. I didn't want it right in my face, but yeah. I think actually that will be better. Let's throw the status bar here. And let's shrink it down. Save. Just like that. Save. Exit out. Okay, cool. Let's go back to my macros. And I got this one here. Let's just start right there. Alright, so do that. Let's pull up my character and let's I can't do that yet. Okay, well, this doesn't help right now, but it will once I get more jobs. Okay, cool. So I think that should be good for now. Let's unlock this. Let's move these over. Let's move this up here. Food. Okay, I think that'll... Yeah. I think I like that. Okay, cool. Actually, let's move this sprint. You know what, let's just move it over here. I don't really use it. I always forget that I've got it. So, whatever. Let's pull up my map. I think that this is in Central. Yeah. So, we'll come this way. Cool. Got my UI kind of set up the way that I want it. I think that, at least right now, that'll be good. I think I still want to adjust my chat box a little bit. For now it's fine though. All right. So I need to find F's. I also need to talk to that person there. So, first things first, let's try to find these ifts. Okay, so they're over there. Okay, so it's a little orange spot there. I think that's the I don't know, my chair. Oh, maybe not. So the chair that I've got, it's really nice. It's like wide, it's like a big and tall chair. The problem is, the right armrest, the bolts keep coming loose, and I have to periodically tighten them up. I mean, it's only like once a month I got to do it, but it's enough that it's really friggin' annoying. It's only 2 Phillips bolts, so it's not like it is too god awful to have to do, but yeah, like I said, annoying nonetheless. Yeah, so let's come up here. These things should be like right over here. It's these water boys right here. Alright, cool. So let's hit it with 4. 1. Alright. He was trying to fuck me up. Go. Stop walking away from me. 1, 2, 2. I'm squishy for that. Those guys take quite a bit of hits. Oh shit, I need 8 of these. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's 4. So I'm halfway done. Why was I not hitting it? I got accidentally untargeted. Alright, one more. I think I'll take out... Nope, not the bat. That guy. Them. I think I might do the 3 sun bats real quick, just to get that little XP boost. Not in line of sight. Of course. Oh shit. I don't want to fight that ant though. Cool. So that got me a nice little bonus to my experience. I'm actually about to level soon. Alright. Should be able to talk to this dude here. Warren. And actually, the name of this quest is Prudence at this Junction. I've got a list of quests here for the main story. That way I can kind of keep track of where I'm at in the storyline. So, yeah. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We Stone Torches are sellswords hired by Amagen and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you are ready, present yourself to me again. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Warren. Okay, so let's take a look at my gear here. Item level 5. 5. So I need the hands. Need the legs. I got the feet. So let's go turn in my job quest. Right? Go, go, go. I'll go turn that in, and that should get me... Well, let's look, actually. So we can get the hands or the feet. We'll be able to equip either one because we will level when we turn it in. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go with the hands because it gets me one more both on defense and magic defense. So that's +1 and +3. That's +2 and +4. So yeah, we'll go hands. And it's item level 11, so that's well within the bounds of what he wanted. And then the only other thing that I need is to get feet armor, which honestly I could probably just buy somewhere. Alright. Let's head over to the Thelma Guild. 3 companies. Don't give a fuck. Alright. Thermi boys. I can take my mining after this. Alright. Get ready for some very wordy reading here. Ugh. These guys are so daunting.
Ah, you arrived before me, upright and breathing. Wonderful. It is so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromonic deviation. Tell me, Fish Fingers, what action would you take if you found your therma endurance exhausted in the midst of battle?
Flee.
Most practical indeed.
A discreet withdrawal to await the replenishment of your energies is a sound strategy, but should there be nowhere left to run, a vial of ether can be your stoutest ally.
Ah, ether, the drought of the gods. We Thelmas, indeed.
Any who practice the arts of arcane manipulation value this substance above all others. Thus it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastman activity. It seems an Amanja raiding party has attacked the caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amanja bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armored war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. Ah, and I believe Cockboy has an additional request. While you are busy incinerating Malja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. So there was more to this quest than killing those 8 dudes. Are you high, bro? Alright, let's go, I guess. God damn it. I was hoping to be done with this quest so I could grab my mining and fucking bullshit. Oh, so that's in Eastern. Okay. Well, shitballs. I think that shop was just weapons. It was shitty weapons that I can't use. Okay, fuck, bro. Okay. Pretty shitty, but let's go ahead and... So I need to go to Eastern. So Central, and then I'll head over to Eastern. Alright, whatever. See if this dude's got a level 5 pair of shoes I can use. Metal Gear. Ooh, he's kind of pricey. Not gonna lie. Feet. Nothing that I can use. Way too high level for me. Okay. Well. I guess that I am out of luck. I need to go this way. Okay. So probably at least take the Chocobo Porter to Blackbrush and then hoof it the rest of the way. It's gonna start getting expensive though. I keep taking these damn porters. Hey porter, can you give me a Chocobo? Wait, where's Horizon at? Oh, Horizon's in Western. Okay, that's the opposite way. Blackbrush, please. Here's another 15 fucking gil. Sorry, had a bottle I needed to crush. It was annoying me. It's been sitting here since I woke back up, pretty much. So I actually just swapped out my C drive. I was running it off of a HDD. I switched it to an SSD, and it is running so much smoother. I also got rid of a bunch of junk that was on my C drive. I moved it to a different drive. So, yeah. Whereas before, playing Final Fantasy for about 5 minutes, I could like warm my feet on my computer case. Not so much anymore, which is nice. It's nice to not feel like I'm about to burn my apartment down. Alright. So, it's still going to be a while yet before I'm able to get a Chocobo. Several quests, actually. I'd like to at least get to the point where I'm able to go to the other cities by the end of this stream, but we'll see. I don't really want to mess with these ants. They're being kind of rude. This is a level 10 quest, and they're sending me, like, over into some dangerous territory here for a level 10 squishy character. These frogs can grab you with their tongues and eat you back, too. Just try to avoid all of the higher level stuff. Alright. Almost to Eastern. Now, am I going to be able to take these dudes out, or are they going to be, like, way higher level than me? Hey! Well, there's this level 11, so... That, like, 10 experience points that I just got was enough to do it. Yep, don't want to do a fate right now. Thanks anyway. Oh shit, I can't just run through there, I guess. Alright, well, let me. Easy, boys. Easy. Hey, I'm not in the fate circle anymore, go away. Alright. That was easier than I thought it was going to be because we're level 7, so. Bazing. Alright, take the crate of ether and homage of blood to Cockboy at the guild. Okay, cool. And actually, let's just do this. Instead of running back through all that shit. Ah, shit. I didn't do it quick enough. I was going to run up to the other town up there and get the crystal, but that's okay. And there we go. Let's head up into the room. Into the room. Do I detect the scent of ether? And I trust that stench is homage of blood. You are correct, sir. Oh, 10 vials, 20, 30. The sight of so much ether is just so very comforting.
What have we here, Cockboy? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Fishfinger's lessons have had the desired effect. I will assume the vile, viscous liquid you have there is beastman blood. Cockboy should be pleased. Cockboy, you left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in Thelma? Ah, Cockboy, good of you to come. Fishfingers here was kind enough to obtain a supply of homage blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you had been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we are most interested in the results of such experiments. So you see, Boosie, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a Thelma to be part of our family.
Well, that's right, Busey. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm.
I see. This is but another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side.
But Busey, we just cannot stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. Fishfingers, if you're done here, I would speak to you further.
I'm trying to give these guys the most ridiculous fucking voices that I can come up with. Okay. So I'll finally get to turn the quest in, it looks like.
As I mentioned before, Cockboy is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of Thelma. Even with the proper training, he would be unable to evoke the smallest flicker of flame. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his woefully inadequate etheric reserves would likely kill him. But I did not request your presence to discuss my brother's tragic circumstance. You have completed every trial set before you thus far,
what, 2 of them? I believe you are sufficiently entrenched in the abyss of Thelma that a sojourn to another guild will not unduly affect your studies. Within the walls of Alda, you might visit the Pugilist Guild and train at the feet of Hammond Holyfist, or cross blades with First Sword Mila of the Gladiators Guild. Or should you tire from the demands of battle, there are guilds that offer instructions in the trades of weaving, goldsmithing, and alchemy. I believe there is even a guild that teaches mining, of all things. Should you hope, of course, that Thelma remains your first and foremost obsession, do not absent yourself from us for too long, Fish Fingers. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist at the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorza that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Gloves complete. Thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and toss these bad boys on my fish fingers. Oh, that was level 5 already. So what did I need? Oh, it was pants. Okay. Well, that's item level 5. Let's just do that. Okay. Gear set. Add. Okay, so here's what I was saying about the about this. So let's do that. If I take this job now, I can place it right there, and so when I'm switching between jobs, I can just click on the job. It'll equip the this armor set, and then I can back up to here. Alright, cool. So anyway, let's head out. I can actually go turn in the other quest now. But let's go get some more jobs. So let's start with mining. That's the one that I really wanted because I want to be able to gather stuff while I'm questing. Makes life so much easier. Alright. You. Oh, shit. I was clicking. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches away. Oh, yeah, I already read all this. And then they said, oh, sorry, you can't join us. A decision you will not regret. You have just taken your first step towards striking it rich. To look at the lands around Alda, one would be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity, but beneath the surface, the scene would not be more different. There lie veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of these vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade, as it is today, owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely the Mad Mithril Rush. That's actually funny. I'll discuss that here in a second. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants. Endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on by the dream of discovering the motherlode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. You see, the vast majority of these poor souls were miners in name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor the training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns, who in those days held absolute power, did not scruple to exploit them. Presented with a glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid in pittance for backbreaking labor and saw not of the riches they unearthed. Pushed to breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners' Guild with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we have sought to educate folks in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact of our trade has upon the environment. I trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is to commit your name to our role. When you are ready to do so, pray, speak with me again. I shall guide you through the enrollment procedure. Okay, so on my other character, I was leveling other professions, and my mining is at, I think, 53 right now. And I was going through and trying to get, like, when I hit each thing, I try to get enough of the item when I'm gathering it to never have to go searching for it again. And I was like, I wonder how much mithril I would need to make every single, like, one of every single thing that is required, that mithril is required for. And so I added everything up, and it was almost, I wrote it down somewhere. I needed over 1,200, or almost 1,200 mithril ore. So I was mining mithril for, like, literally all day. It was kind of funny that they mentioned the mithril rush, and I did not read any of this quest stuff the first time that I in my other games. So yeah. So are you ready to join the Miners Guild? Lynette wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Miners Guild. Accept. Music to my ears. Aye. The kind made when one's pickaxe strikes gold. You must introduce yourself to Guildmaster Alberta right away. Her approval is required if you are to be formally admitted to our ranks. In case you're unaware, Alberta is perhaps the most accomplished of those miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her understanding of our trade is unsurpassed, and her flair for prospecting uncanny. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge, much of it concerning the mining of gold. Haha. Jesting apart, you stand to learn a great deal from her. When you are ready, pray, present yourself to Alberta, and you will find her down the steps yonder, over by the bar. Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. My tongue is too much reading stuff. Well met, adventurer. Alberta is my name, and I'm the master of this guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining techniques, it's now possible to smelt even low purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we can't take on enough new miners, and new folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, you are well traveled, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. Oh, but I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will prove to your profit, a mutually beneficial arrangement. I trust you'll agree. So what do you say? Will you join us? Yes? Yes. When I bid you welcome to the Miners Guild, then I bid you welcome to the Miners Guild. May your toils never go unrewarded. Now then, here's a pickaxe to get you started. It's not the newest, but it should serve a novice well enough. Go on, take it up. See how it feels in your hands. Speak to me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a little task to help you get into the swing of things. Complete. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip a pickaxe. I'm whole ass naked now. Throw on that. Throw on that. Thems. And that should be good. Add a new one. That's minor. Alright. And then ash it. Use your macros. That can go there. Okay. Unlock. I don't remember where I put this on the other one. I think I put it here, right? Somewhere like that. I can go there. There. Just get rid of that. Lock that. Alright. So if I click this now, I can take mining, and I will put my gathering professions here. I'll put the regular professions here, and then I'll put these ones here. Actually, yeah, okay, I see what you're doing there, buddy. I'll put it up there. That's fine. Lock it down. Alright, cool. So she'll give me a quest now. Alberta wants to assign you your first task. You look good with the pickaxe, fish fingers. Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns his craft best in the wilderness, with pickaxe in hand. To begin, let's see how you fare with good old copper ore. Bring me, say, 10 chunks. There are deposits of the stuff throughout Thanalan. I doubt you'll have to go very far outside the city. Seek out some promising locations outside the Gate of the Sultana and the Gate of Nald and swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time it'll become second nature. Miners use pickaxes and other tools to extract the mineral wealth of Azera and gain materials used in crafting. Locations that can be mined for resources are known as mineral deposits. To locate mineral deposits, make your way out of the city and then use the miner action known as prospect, which is that. Alright, cool. But I'm going to do this for now. Alright, cool. I'm out of here. So I got my mining. Let's head on up. I want to at least grab all of the professions, like the jobs. So we'll head over to the Weavers Guild. Weaver, Goldsmith, and Alchemy are the three, like, profession type jobs. Alright. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the wellspring of golden fashion. From humble thread, our peerless artisans weave wonders, dreams in fabric form. We are renowned as Azora's finest purveyors of quality textiles, and as her foremost arbiters of style. Needless to say, such renown is not won without effort. Ours is a tremendously demanding profession, you see, but also a highly rewarding one. It is little wonder that so many adventurers have set their hearts upon joining us. Might you be one of them? Join the Weavers Guild? Absolutely. Ha! I thought as much. Then I'm sure you're eager to learn all about our illustrious history. As I'm sure you know, Thanalan can be a perilous place, its vast deserts being wont to punish the unprepared. While a menagerie of ferocious beasts stalk the sands, the greatest foe is, of course, the midday sun. As so, ever since man first set foot in this region, he has favored light, flowing fabrics. He has favored light, flowing fabrics that shield him from the sun's rays while allowing his skin to breathe. Of course, Uldens have ever been a people of taste, and demanding for more extravagant designs spurred innovation, resulting in textile goods whose appeal extended far beyond our borders. Merchants had little trouble selling Ulden fabric in foreign markets, so great was their reputation for beauty and quality. And when traders from those same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanalan, well, it gave us a little cause for concern. Sun-soaked tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Ulda, you see. Those who come here hoping to peddle cheap rags swiftly learn the price of doing business in our territory. Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade choose instead to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Ulden society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful. And should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment as sun-silk weavers. Just imagine, adventurer, your designs could one day dictate the course of Ulden fashion. If you desire such fame and influence, then you might be granted a place with us, provided that you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guildmaster has taken it upon himself to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready to submit yourself to his rigorous scrutiny, say the word. Are you ready to meet the guildmaster? First impressions are everything, and you do not want to present yourself poorly. Mirren wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Weavers Guild. Excellent, though I do wonder if your attire is appropriate for the occasion. You will find the esteemed Redolent Rose supervising guild operations over yonder. He is, how shall I put this? He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. So long as you demonstrate that you are similarly committed, he will treat you fairly and with respect. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch over to this. That way I won't have to change my clothes again after I equip the needle. What do we have here? Another adventurer in search of thrills and excitement? Shall I dance you a merry jig? No? Well, if this fails to please you, I suggest you run along. Perhaps the women of the Ruby Road Exchange will be more to your liking. Oh, so you mean to become a weaver? Then we have something to discuss after all. I shall be blunt. Weaving is an art, and like all true artists, we must make sacrifices and suffer for our craft. So tell me, adventurer, are you prepared to suffer? So you say, but only time will tell. In any case, you'll need equipment to get started. This needle should suffice for now. I need not explain what a needle is, I trust. Good. Then hold it as you would when sewing, and show me you're ready to begin. Complete. Alright. So now, if I equip the needle, I can do that. Do all that. Well, that's already moved. Okay. Do that. This. Alright, let's take this one. So we'll have botany, fishing, and then let's start these ones on the opposite side. So there's weaving. So now we're good to go on that. Alright, cool. Redolent Rose would like to assign you your first task as a weaver. Well, well. You look like you were born to hold one of those. Even so, I suggest you keep it somewhere safe, especially when clambering over haystacks, as I shan't be issuing you another. Now, you certainly look the part, but it remains to be seen if you can play it. I bid you craft me a spindle of hempen yarn. A trifling task? Yes. Well, I do hope you find it so. Should it seem even remotely testing, you have no future at this guild. To make hempen yarn, you will require mako grass and lightning shards. The former can be purchased from our own dear Jijima. The later you will have to find for yourself. That is all. To synthesize a spindle of hempen yarn for Redeliant Rose, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. Alright, cool. So, there's the first of the 3 non-gathering jobs. Alright, so that was... Yeah, let's go to the Goldsmith Guild. I don't have a teleport to the Alchemist Guild. I thought I did. Alright, Goldsmith. This is kind of like, if you play World of Warcraft, this is kind of like your jewel crafter. Good morrow to you, adventurer, and welcome to the Goldsmiths Guild. Have you come to observe your artisans at work? Indeed, it is a marvel to watch goldsmiths transform raw metals and uncut gemstones into sparkling rings, earrings, and necklaces, some of which possess magical properties, no less. You know, if you'd like to try your hand at goldsmithing, the guild is open to adventurers like yourself. No prior experience is required, for we teach all you need to know about the craft. Would you be interested? It pleases me greatly to hear you say so. As the first step, I would have you understand the purpose of our guild. The vast mineral resources of Thanalan have given rise to a grand goldsmithing tradition, which has been refined through the ages. Our techniques are renowned across the realm, our creations held in the highest regard. However, we of Eshmeet's Lapidaries, the premier source for Ulden jewelry, were not content to rest on our laurels. Seeking to advance our craft, we turned our eyes to the east, the only place in the known world where goldsmithing was said to rival our own. We built the finest facilities to beckon their masters hither, and blended their foreign techniques with ours. Our guild quickly became the center for Orzine goldsmithing. Aorzen goldsmithing. Aye, here you shall benefit from the refined wisdom of countless veteran craftsmen. You will learn to see the potential in your materials and shape them to your will. These are essential skills for a goldsmith. For a goldsmith must hone his eyes to identify and appraise all manner of materials, and, when needs be, recognize imitations for what they are. It is even said that a master goldsmith can ascertain the authenticity of a man himself. You may one day come to possess such vision, but even the most magnificent jewel begins life as a rough-hewn stone. It must first be cut and polished before it can delight the eyes with its brilliance. If you would become a goldsmith, you must needs refine yourself as you would a gemstone. It will take much time and effort, and there is no guarantee of success. Should you be certain that this is the life you seek, speak to me once more. Before you can embark upon your journey to become a goldsmith, you must first seek an audience with our guildmaster. Are you ready to do so? Jamine would have you reaffirm your desire to join the Goldsmiths Guild. You shall find Mistress Serendipity on the workshop floor, just down the steps. Show her your burning desire to learn, and you are certain to receive her permission to join. Serendipity. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had you mistaken for a mammoth for a moment. For a moment there, Let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith? Really? That's great. Welcome, welcome. I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Ah, right. What did you say your name was again? Apollo? All right. Fish fingers and custard. Well then, fish fingers and custard. Work hard and one day your creations may line the shelves at Espen's Aesthetics. Trust in yourself and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good. Next order of business. Here's your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never you mind that. Just show me that you know how to hold it so we can get started. Complete. Alright. So there's that. And let's go ahead and equip the hammer. And we'll go ahead and make that. Exit out. Macros. Pop that there. Unlock. Do that. Lock. And should be able to come over here. Pop this up. Goldsmith. Can go right there. Boom. Alright. And there we go. Serendipity would like to officially begin your training as a goldsmith. Great, let's get started. Though to be honest, I'd swear you've done this before by the way you wear that hammer on your hip. Mind you, even if you do have some experience, a responsible guildmaster must ensure that her charges have a firm grasp of the fundamentals. Therefore, I command you to craft me a copper ingot. It's simple, really. All you need is copper ore and a wind shard. Our guild supplier, Aston, can supply you with copper ore, and I gave you a few wind shards along with your hammer. At least, I think I did. If it turns out you don't have any, you'll need to get some yourself. Isn't this exciting, Fish Fingers? Your first real challenge as a member of the Goldsmith Guild. Show me the ingot when you're done. Good luck. To synthesize a copper ingot for Serendipity, select logs, blah blah blah, and there we go. Alright. So there is the second of the regular professions obtained. I need to pop up my map so I can figure out where the hell the Alchemist Guild is. It's Goldsmith, Miner, Weaver. Adventures. Oh, I know it's here somewhere. Interesting. Hustling strip. Ah, Alchemist Guild. Okay, so I need to go to the hustling strip which I don't think I've got any of the points up there yet, so that's something that I need to do. That's probably why it's not giving me the little things to go outside yet. So let's come out here, and I've got one over there I can attune to. Come this way. And then this way. So you want to be an alchemist? Actually, yeah. I actually haven't done anything too extensive in alchemy in this game yet. I think on my other character, alchemy is only at like level 21 or so. You have attuned yourself to all the Azurite shards in Ulda, the Gate of Nuld and the Gate of Thal, the Gate of the Salanta and the airship landing are now accessible as Aetherite destinations. Cool. Okay. All the pop-ups that wouldn't let me move. Alright, cool. So let's go get alchemy. Ah, an adventurer, one of my favorite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for Sage City that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to the Alchemists Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manner of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond his natural physical limits. As an adventurer, I'm sure you can appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. Eminently. That's a word. Appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. What say you, sir? Care to take up mortar and pestle and join our ranks? Absolutely. Wonderful. Now then, allow me to give you a brief history of the guild before we tackle the official paperwork, because of course you will. Though alchemists are presently known as the quintessential brewers of potions, the profession itself arose from the desire to achieve an as yet unrealized ambition. The original driving purpose behind our art was, and perhaps still is, the discovery of a process that can transform base metals into gold or silver, and the mystical medium thought necessary to effect such a transformation is the Philosopher's Stone, which is itself believed to have Panachian properties and be capable of bestowing eternal life. Though success yet eludes us, years of endless experimentation towards this golden goal has the initially unintentional consequence of unearthing a wealth of knowledge in the field of alchemical medicine. Regretfully, alchemy's potential to enrich the lives of the masses was first met with a wave of distrust, as if our ability to create helpful compounds was akin to dabbling in back-alley witchcraft. The profession eventually gained credibility in Ulda through its integration into traditional medicine by Frondale's, however you say that, an institution known for producing respected physicians. Once the city's shift in perception became known, budding alchemists wishing to study without fear of persecution journeyed to Ulda from every corner of the realm. It was not long before this gathering of inquisitive minds banded together to form the Alchemists Guild. Thus, while our organization is intensely focused on perfecting and sharing the fruits of our research, it is also of paramount importance that we uphold the reputation of alchemy itself as a legitimate discipline. If you would revel in the secrets of our art, then you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you truly enter the world of alchemy. Have you arrived at a decision? Are you ready to exult in the arts of alchemy and commit to the responsibilities that your enrollment entails? Excellent. Then allow me to direct you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You will find Guildmaster Severian tending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is a rather intense individual. Pray, choose your words with care. Alright, so he's down here. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey. Can't come to bring me my imp wings? Let's have them then. Not a lackey. An aspiring alchemist, did you say? Speak up. I pray that I heard you awry. Is that how you say that? I think it is. Yes. Did that babbling fool Diedrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now be gone before I am forced to... But wait. Perhaps I can... Yes. You may be the very assistant I require. I have had a change of heart. Congratulations. I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here's your first alembic. Try not to drop it, for there is much work to be done. Yes, much work. Kind of a dick, bro. Not gonna lie. Let's do this. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. Alright. So I'm gonna take the butt plug, put it there. And we'll put alchemy right there. Swap back over. Do that. Macros. Pop that there. Lock. And pop. Alright, cool. Guildmaster Severin wants you to use the weathered alembic to perform your first alchemic miracle. I see you've managed to take hold of the alembic without injuring yourself. An auspicious beginning. Let us see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered alembic there and make me a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water is simply the end result of purifying a murkier sample of life's most vital element. As such, it provides the perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental processes, taking a material and refining it into a purer form. To perform this rudimentary exercise, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier standing near the entrance to the guild. The name momentarily escapes me. Esminent? Yes, that was it. If it happens that you find this basic task beyond your abilities, then mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you. Which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thought of having to select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. And that is it for the professions in this area. Right? Right. Okay. So we'll go ahead and swap back to this. Alright, cool. Now, I could take the other professions, like the actual class professions. So we've got pugilist, gladiator. So I feel like I should just go ahead and get them. That way I'm not wanting to do it later and have them come back here. So let's go to the Gladiators Guild. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way now. Over here? Yeah. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, adventurer. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be writ in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know the admission to the guild is free of charge. I had marked you as a man of action. I am pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us and must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in the hollowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ulda. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? Ah, there's not an Uldan alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight in triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Gladiators Guild. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for fish fingers and custard. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila, seek her out, and obtain her approval. Alright, so let's just go ahead and re-equip this. Just makes life easier. I hear Lulusudo. I heard Lulusudo. So you're Fish Fingers and Custard. This is a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it is easier to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Fish Fingers, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if by your fate, die by it? Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do, and show me that you are ready to begin your training. Okay, so that leveled alchemy for me. Cool. Interesting. Let's go ahead and equip the sword here. And add that. Get rid of that. and do that. Oh, nope. Shit. Macros. Do that. That should go there. There we go. And then I can get rid of these. And move these. Okay. Lock. And I'm not actually going to get that quest from this person. I will do that later. For now, let's go to the Pugilist Guild. Is there no TP to it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so we can just go there. All right, cool. So yeah, there's no teleport to the place, but that's okay. It's the last of the jobs for Ulda, so I'll be done with that nonsense soon. Oh, wrong path. It's the next one up. Oh man, my back is getting stiff. And here we are. Okay. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? A decision you'll not regret, but before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorza, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to the staging of barehanded bouts at the Colosseum. These contestants attracted fighters from far and wide, beginning with myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Myriad styles. Okay. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there arose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiatorial tournament most fondly, back when barehanded fighting was still meant as a pastime for peasants. She took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ulda swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. There was a lot of commas in that sentence. That was the longest sentence in the history of text. Alright. This woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall has modeled upon that one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the blood sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Now go and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Past time you got your R's back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent. I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless fury of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yarg. Yarg. Yarg even. Crikey. I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. It'll give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right. Joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve you to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. Complete. And that should level Gladiator, actually. Yeah. Holy shit, I almost leveled it twice. Alright. What was I? Ah, okay. C. Let's throw on these knuckles, and we will create a ticket for it. There we go. Alright. And then we'll go back and unlock. Toss those. Drag and drop. And macros right there. Alright. Cool. So we are done here. Awesome sauce. So now, let's hit up our mining. Cool. Map. Let's go back to Central. Over this way. And what I will do is look for some mining points. I don't know if I want to level mining like now or just do that like in between streams. I might just do it in between streams, but let's hit that up. We'll mine just a little bit here. Let's get a couple of these deposits. All right, yeah, got it. Thanks. Fuck off. All right, so let's get one of each thing. Leveled a couple times there. Level 4. Hey, I got one. There we go. And then I'll just grab another copper ore. Go ahead and get enough copper ore to do that quest. So let's go ahead and enable quick gathering and do that. Ding. Level 6 already, that's pretty crazy. This experience buff right here is really that's enough for that. Let's go ahead and switch back to my main job. Do that, and let's see here. These are all job quests, so let's do the main quest here. Okay, it's that way. So yeah, just across the river here. Alright, so getting one of each of those items leveled me up to level 4, and then I was able to get a couple more levels just by gathering up the 10 ore that I needed for that. So by the time I go turn that quest back in, I'll have my level 5 quest available. Maybe even my level 10 if I find more mining points that I can hit up. Because I should be able to mine level 10 mining spots now. So, in fact, if I was to switch to my mining right now, there's probably level 10 spots around here. So, at any rate, go turn this in. So, you ready for inspection? Good, everything appears in order. Yet, know that not is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hubris and dents in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Alright, so that's war. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to take this one. Let's see how it compares. So, significantly better. Plus 1 more to intelligence, and it's going to be plus 2 to mine. Spell speed will go down a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, cool. I won't be in these clothes for too long, so... Alright, so let's go ahead and equip that. Refresh, so it logs that in. Alright, cool. Warren has worked for an adventurer willing to exterminate the Koblins attacking ore wagons. So that's the only one I'm going to be able to take. Let's compare it. They're both two-handed. Magic damage is a little bit higher. Intelligence is higher. So it will be a good one to take. Let's get to it then, shall we? Ore wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch, a tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the Koblins hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Alright, so that is going to be there, right? Yeah. And we're level 12 now, so that's cool. And it's this way. Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to get to airships today. Not even close. I might unlock in rooms, though, which will be cool. Little fish fingers and custard leading the way. What did I hit? There we go. Tried to jump and I missed my button. I hit B instead of space. 2. 2. 3. Or 1, I mean. That one's down. That's it. Just those ones. Let's go turn this quest in. And then the next quest will unlock the end rooms. So that will be cool. Now that we're done with all of the obtaining the jobs, we can focus on actually doing our quest stuff. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of Koblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Amagina and Son's mineral concern, but of Ulda herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more men like you to lend a hand. Level 13. And I can equip that. Fresh. this to inventory so I can sell it. Alright, let's talk to this clown. Zuzumita wishes to share with you a most amazing rumor. Ah, the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumor has it that there is a vast untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildan. But that is not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. And even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wysant, and he is a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he intend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use this new fortune to curry favor with this sacrarium. Of course, the thermalists only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Ulda, but you would have your voice heard. You must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavished guilt upon the Thomas, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice it to say, if Wizen thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening, but that eventuality may yet be a little way off. For the present, he is moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Mayhap you would meet Wyston and volunteer for his expedition? Alright, I need to very quickly move some windows around outside of the game. Move that there. I want to make sure Discord is up, just in case. I'm supposed to be getting a message soon, and I have physical therapy in an hour and a half, so I will need to get ready soon. Probably about another half an hour of game time. At any rate, I need to speak with Wyston. And they are at the Coffer and Coffin, which was where? I don't remember. Is it over here? Okay. The thingamabob made it hard to see. Fate. That's the word I was looking for. I hate how they'll just be like in the fucking way of getting to where you need to go for quests and stuff. It's really annoying. Like, I don't want to join the Fate. I'm trying to do this quest. Coming to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I have time to spare, and so they've taken to following me around, even when I tell them not to. But what with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Yeah, okay. I like playing with Wyston. He makes sure no one bullies us. Here, have a cookie and piss off. Wyston's worried about us. Oh, I don't want to make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. I'm sorry that I gave you that voice. You're annoying little kids, though.
I ain't going nowhere, mister. I'm too hungry to move. Besides,
So... I'm too hungry to move besides, so you'll have to carry me. Well, have a cookie and piss off. A cookie? Well, if Weiston really wants me to go home, then alright. But I want 2 next time. Fucking choosy beggar.
but Wyston always plays with us. Why won't he come out and play?
Because you're fucking annoying, dude. Get out of here, little brat.
Wow, a ginger cookie. I'd better save some for my brother. I know. I'll go home and eat it with him.
Actually, that was... You're a good kid.
Wyston's kind to us. I like him.
Okay, you're a good kid, too.
This is for me? I want to eat it, but then again I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Wyston thanks, and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way.
Alright, bye, you little piss ants. Alright. Alright, homie. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better. Yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it, our place within those walls. We found her! We found the vein! Wyston, you must come and see. Already? Amazing. We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. Okay. I just realized that my cloak took my hat away. My beautiful hat. Is it really worth it? Like 1428. Let me see here. I'm gonna do some quick math. So it'd be -6 plus 13 plus 5 plus 10 plus 1 to intelligence and mind. Yeah, it's almost worth it to just leave this equipped. Yeah. Unfortunately, that other robe just doesn't cut it. Let's just go ahead and do this. Turn to inventory. Yeah. And I'll sell that and the other few things that I've got in my inventory too. That staff. Actually, that's it. Got something for you. I got something for you, buddy. You can have that and that. Yeah, you don't got nothing that I want to buy. Alright, so where was the mine? Oh, it's down there. Okay. Alright. I didn't realize it was the opposite direction. I actually could have sold that shit in the coin and coffer and then gone straight to the mine, but here we are. not having done that. There is, of course, another fate in my way. Over there. I could probably just do this fate, but eh. Not today. Oh, well, shit, how do I get down there without breaking my ass? That's a big old thing there, ain't it? Oh, there we go. There's a path. There's actually a sightseeing thing over here. You gotta like drop down on this ledge, I think, and then drop down another ledge. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting's a word for it. Oh, I can kill 3 of these dudes real quick. No, I don't want to join the fate. Fuck off. One. 2. Not 2 yet. Alive. 2. Lies. There we go. Another hunting log done. Take a look at the hunting logs, shall we? Alright, still need to get that guy. He's over in Western. That one's in Central. So, yeah, I've just got 2 left. One in Western and one in Central. And then it will unlock the next hunting log page. Okay, yeah. It's a little instance thing. Thall's balls, son. A vein of war in the middle of a ruined, bloody city. Goddamned idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order, while the masters of Ulda looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate... Ha! Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. Have deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy. Now you won't have to die alone. I mean, if I'm gonna fuck y'all up... A mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul that it may wake to life. Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself. It's a me. A Rocky. This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells. Does Lord Lorento mean to kill us too? fish fingers and custard. I'm like trying to use spells and stuff. I don't know why they weren't working. Okay, cool. That golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Hey. Damn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. Like, my fucking head, brah. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ulda herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. Tee-hee. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Armaja, what stirred 'em up, do you reckon? Another raid, and I'll wager that that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You would keep a girl waiting, you wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. As a result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalumun's descent. And of course to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Lucius will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Oh, that's the dude that's got the bad voice actor that I can't stand. The, leader of Ulda. Truly a marvel of Shirellan ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Completely different story than Gardania too. Like Gardania, it was the same basic premise, but there were two people instead of this dude. There was a female and there was a male, like one of the little short dudes, and then I think the female is the same race as this guy, but yeah, different to be sure. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Solon tree? Maybe Papa Shan will know something of it. Maybe. I mean, the hell do I know? Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest has already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. Anon? My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lororito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. So, you heard them say it when they fled, which was before I fought the Golem, but you didn't make it in time to help me fight the Golem. Awful strange. Awful strange. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Wizen and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of the ether in Thanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet, it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Ah, wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fairly well. Alright. Cool. So, done here. Let's go to the Coffer and Coffin. Turn in this quest. It'll probably get us up to level 14, I would imagine. Let's eat some food. I haven't done that, like, pretty much this entire... Actually, I don't think I've done it at all this play session. So I think off stream I will do a little bit of research as to how many copper I will need total and the other things that I gathered. Get an idea, and then I can shit, I need to be down here actually. I can maybe mine it on stream, or maybe I'll mine it off stream too, and that way we can just continue with the story and don't gotta worry about watching me grind bullshit on stream. Anywho, 12 bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Laredo owns the goddamn brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest men in Uldo would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sake. That ruthless bastard, and what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ulda any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends. Gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, gods damn it, if Laredo learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Momodi. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Mayhap she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Laredo's spies may be watching. Oh, okay, I gotta go back to Ola. I gotta go talk to the, actually, let's take a chocobo. I gotta go talk to the broad over there in the, Adventurers Guild. Momodi. Momodai. My Momodi. Okay. And go. Go team, go. How much XP will I get for this quest? 6480. That will not be enough to level me, but that's okay. That will put me at 12, over 13,000, so I only need 10 grand more until I level. Well, actually, I am getting that XP buff, so it may be more. I don't know if that's calculated in the quest reward thing. I guess we'll find out. So if I get more than 6480, then I'll know. And she's Adventurers Guild, that's right. Okay. I think I will turn in this quest and call it a stream, guys. It's been a day. It's been a whole ass day. But I need to go grab a shower and get dressed and everything and get ready for physical therapy. So I need to wrap it up here, unfortunately. So all right. Settle down, fish fingers. You've got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Weinstein, on the other hand, is now a pariah. About as welcome round here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice it to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Laredo, chairman of the East Allendard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Naldthen, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Ulda, fish fingers. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, fish fingers, and for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up with a room. My treat. Just have a word with Atopa Patopa whenever you feel like staying. What a name. In-room is now available. And when you've got your appetite for adventuring back, consider taking on a guild leave or two. We have a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Ustens can tell you more about how the system works, so go and speak with him if you're interested. Alright, so 6480. Am I going to get more than that? I did. So, about double, it looks like? Actually, that put me really close to leveling. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the next quest from her, and then I will end the stream. Momodi of the Quicksand has word of work for a willing adventurer. Look at the coral. Look what the corral dragged in. Good to see you, Fish Fingers. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. So happens I know a fella by the name of Dadanan who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ula with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. That's in western Thanalan, mind you. Just cross the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing, and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of the royal family that'll interest you as well. And why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon, if you've got the gil for it, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun. He'll set you straight. Well, off you go then. I haven't got all day to be holding your bloody hand. Alright. So, that quest is accepted. Where was that innkeeper? There's the innkeeper. Good morrow to you, adventurer. How may I serve you? As you wish, sir. Right this way. Alright, so I'm in my room here. Can I store anything? Okay, so the strife stuff I can, but I'm using that currently. Okay, so nothing that I'm not currently using. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up the stream real quick. Let's go see who is streaming over here on twitch.tv. It's always the same old people this time of day. All right. Let's browse. Final Fantasy 14. There's people playing Final Fantasy 11 right now, which is actually really funny that they still have like servers running for that game. Let's see here. Alright, let's give this cat a follow.
Wait. How long time do I have to wait? How do I respawn? Can I spawn?
Make sure that I'm spelling this right.
Respawn?
Alright, looks like it. Alright, so we're going to go over and check out Swedlander TV. And if you like his content, he's trying to learn the game. He's just playing it for the first time. So if you like his content, give him a follow. That's it from me. I'm probably not going to stay in his chat for too long because I got to get ready. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this, guys. And I'll see you next time that we explore the realm.